everyone, and welcome to Bubble Bunny Tarot. This month we're going to be focusing on your April monthly reading. So I hope your guys' March month went well. We're going to be doing it like usual, where we'll be pulling on the past, the present, and the future. But this time, instead of doing it how we normally do, I'm only going to pull one card from the Crystal Oracle and the Hedge Oracle. And then I'll be pulling from another deck to see what your overall energies for this month are going to be. And that's how we'll do the general energies for at least this month. We're trying it out. If it works, we'll keep it. And if not, well, we'll just go back to the same old next month. But yeah, so before I begin, let me just put up a list of really important dates that are going on in April that you should be mindful of, because these energies will be continually influencing you throughout April. So that's something to just keep in mind when you are watching your readings. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let's get into it, guys. Hi Aries, and welcome to your monthly reading for April 2022. We will get started with the Zodiac dice as usual. These are just meant as extra confirmation or dessert. Don't pay too much attention if a sign pops up that doesn't really resonate with you. It's just like something a little extra. And yeah. Okay, so you actually have Taurus twice, and then you also have a Libra. Okay, so now we will get into your past, present, and future, and we'll be using the Little Animal deck, also known as the Wild Unknown Animal deck. Okay, there we go. Then can I get one more for Aries, please? Also, I wanted to say, I hope your March was wonderful. I hope it was okay. I know things are a little bit strange right now as we move from March into April, and it's mostly because of the spring equinox. So technically now is around the time where it's like the actual beginning of the new year. And because of that, the energies are starting to shift. So if you've been feeling like you've been in like a hibernation mode, that's going to quickly change soon. So don't be too concerned if you were worried about like having some sort of like New Year motivation or something like that. Sorry, there was one that dropped on the floor. So I'll pick this guy up. Okay. We'll shift this over, and we'll be using the Tarot of the Divine to read into your future. So what is going on in Aries' future? Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. It's always so difficult whenever the cards like fly out into the ether of my room, and I get really scared because I don't want to lose sight of them. So what's going on in Aries' future? Give me a card, please. Or give me two more cards, please. Okay. Can I have one more? Okay. So, and obviously we'll be taking one card from the bottom of each deck to form an advice pile, which we will look at later. So now that we've got these guys all settled, I'm going to move them over. And I'll be using our Rider-Waite deck to figure out what are your thoughts and feelings for this month. Oh my goodness, that one just flew out. Okay. This off to the side. And then we'll be doing our overall energies a little bit differently. So I'll be taking one card from the Crystal deck, the Hedge deck, and then the Monsoon Tarot deck. And all those 3 cards will be your overall energy. So what is Aries' overall energy for the month of April? My goodness. So I'm going to take this one. And then what is Aries' overall energy for the month of April? And then last but not least, the Monsoon Tarot deck. So give me a card for Aries' overall energy. Okay, now that everything has been shuffled, we'll get started on your past, present, and future reading. Okay, so for your past, you have the 10 of Cups, okay. Then you have the 9 of Cups, ooh, very interesting. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so coming out to a very great start. These are really good energies here. 9 of Cups is like wish fulfillment, satisfaction energy. 10 of Cups is like emotional satisfaction. And then 10 of Pentacles is like you're starting your own legacy. It's like the epitome of the things that you wish to do in this life. So really good starting off. Let's have a look at what's going on in your present for the month of April. So you have the 9 of Wands, okay, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's some type of like burden that you're still hanging on to that the universe really needs you to let go in order to fully embrace these energies of the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. There's just like something, like maybe like a residual energy within like your aura field that you just need to cleanse away. And then once you do that, things will start turning and continuing to go in your favor, especially because you have the Magician here. And the Magician has energy of like turning lead into gold. So there shouldn't be a reason why there's this defeated feeling here, because you have all the capabilities that you need in order to achieve this happiness. Let's have a look into your future, because this is quite curious why this 9 of Wands energy is here. Maybe you could expand a little bit more on this. Okay, so for your first card, you have the Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, so maybe this could also be like a karmic lesson that you're learning, something that you've been holding on like from your past life. Then you have the Queen of Wands and the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers I'm seeing it as a form of choice, not necessarily as a romantic card. There's something that you need to choose within yourself. So I'm seeing this choice definitely in connection to this Nine of Wands, like defeatist energy. So I think the universe is very much telling you to let go of this energy because you have so much to look forward to, and embrace your inner Queen of Wands, because, you know, Wands energy is fire energy. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It's that fun, passionate movement forward. But you can't move if you are the barrier to yourself. Is really what I'm getting here. And once you remove that barrier, all of these nice things will start to come towards you because you'll be able to manifest it properly. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty straight. You have a really straightforward reading. Most of these cards are good cards. It's just really this Nine of Wands energy that's just like really bogging you down. So let's see what's in your actual thoughts and feelings, and have a look at what the advice cards say, because I'm curious as to how that's gonna play out. So looking at your thoughts and feelings, the first card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Five of Cups. It came up in reverse, but we'll flip it. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so definitely that defeatist energy. The Five of Cups is a man. He's mourning because he's lost his taste for wine, but he has like 2 cups behind him that are filled with like something extremely delicious. So you could say it's like a delicious juice, but he's still crying over the fact that he can't have wine. And so it's really obvious that the universe is asking you to move on from this energy and to find balance. So from whatever situation this is that you are leaving behind, that you feel this like burden connected to, what it's asking for you is to take the positive qualities out of this situation and to leave behind the negative. And then also too, with that, I feel like you are trying to become stable. So it's not like you haven't been making an effort to let go of whatever this is, but maybe this is just like the last hurdle that you need towards the end of the race, you know, in order for you to like finish this race. Because the Queen of Pentacles is very stable energy, and I can see you wanting to be stable, wanting to be balanced through these cards. So let's look at your advice pile. So for your first advice card, we have the Ace of Pentacles, so planting new seeds. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Coins. It came up in reverse, but we'll flip that. So it's kind of very similar energy to the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, defeated energy, grieving energy, feeling like nobody necessarily cares about you, that kind of energy. And then last but not least, we have the Five of Pentacles, which also came up in reverse, but we'll flip it back around. So yeah, the universe is definitely telling you, move away from this energy. Don't get caught up in your head over things and people that don't matter. If somebody doesn't value you, then you have to be able to move on and find people who do value you. And especially with the Ace of Pentacles here, you need to start planting those seeds of confidence and kind of embracing the Page of Pentacles. I don't know why I wanted to say like steadiness or like patience, because you can't expect things to just like happen immediately. You need to be in the right mindset, you know, at the right place at the right time. And this is just going back to those Wheel of Fortune cards. It has to be, you know, the right timing. And this is what the kids usually say as like divine timing. So the universe is not going to give you something that it doesn't know that you can't handle. So you have to be in the right state, the right condition, in order for the universe to give you these kinds of opportunities. And you're so close, but you're just not quite there yet. So let me put these cards away and we'll have a look at what your overall energy is like, just to kind of summarize everything up. Okay, so for the first card that you have the Emperor. Okay, and you know what, this card is actually very loving in a way. I know we have the Lovers card here, but I feel like in this image, I'd imagine this is the Emperor and this is the Empress. And so this just takes me back to the Two of Pentacles card, where it's like finding the balance between masculine and divine masculine and divine feminine qualities. So those need to be put in balance, and anything that is preventing that needs to go away. So like any sort of like negative thinking, because when we have our divine traits balanced, that's when we are most connected to our higher self. And divine masculine and divine feminine have nothing to do with gender. It just describes a specific set of traits, and that's all it means. And anybody can have divine feminine, or well, technically everybody has both divine feminine and divine masculine within them. It's just like a different ratio of balance needed for that specific person. So I feel like this is about figuring out your balance and moving on from that situation. And I also feel like, I don't know why when I look at this, there's like some sort of lingering sadness. So I really do feel like this lingering sadness that like needs to move on, especially because there is like a light here that's like kind of illuminating. So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know that is very much different from the traditional aspect of the Emperor, where he's more structured, he's rigid, and he kind of just does what needs to be done, which is a good thing. It's just that sometimes he can be a little bit cold. So that's just like one aspect to keep in mind. So for the next card, you have Sustain, which is represented by the chicory, and I'm going to read an excerpt from the Hedge Witch's Field Guide. I'm just going to read things that stand out. I'm not going to read the whole excerpt just because I don't want to like repeat myself when it comes to that stuff. So chicory is an example of how one organism can sustain others, especially in relation to a person's role in a community. You may not always have the best skill set, the right answers, or the resources to share, but we can all contribute and support those around us. And I feel like I'm reading this sense of support as like supporting yourself. So I feel like you are a very generous person and are quick to help others, but there are some times where you need to focus on the self, when you need to be selfish, because if you don't have the ability to take care of yourself, then you don't have the ability to help others. And I really feel like that's what this chicory is touching on, is that you need to be able to sustain yourself and feel confident within yourself, and then once you're able to do that, all of these opportunities will just like flood their way to you once you let that like residual energy go. And then the last card that you have is Citrine, which is wealth, enhanced career prospects, self-esteem, and manifestation. And I definitely feel this card is connected back with the Magician's card, with that manifestation, with that increased self-esteem and enhanced like prospects. But yeah, your reading was like pretty straightforward. The only other thing is I want to mention there's a lot of yellow here. So the color yellow may be significant. So maybe the color blue, because we have the yellow here, yellow here, here, and here. And then the blue from the chicory and the blue in the sky and the waters. But yeah, hopefully you were able to find something that really resonates, Aries, and there was something helpful here for you. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I wish you the best of luck during the month of April, and I'll see you later. Bye!